Hey everyone, I discovered this a couple of years back when I was in deep meditation. What I discovered was when we are really suffering in life, we tend to know that we chose this suffering in some way or another, as weird as it may seem. The reality is, before we incarnated on earth, as souls, we had decided to plan out the pleasures and pain of life. So, when you're up there as a soul, you wish to experience what the human body is capable of, which is an entire spectrum of emotions and feelings. So, when we are drawing out a rough plan of our lives up there, pre incarnation, we tend to choose this level of pain, this level of tolerance, these kinds of friends and family members, and we actually pre-select most of our experiences as well. However, because we are born with amnesia, we don't remember where we come from, we do not understand why we are suffering at a certain given time. Having said that, once you have the awareness that this reality is crafted by us before we were born on earth, we then understand that we are in control of that pain and suffering. That is to say, as a soul, if you had decided to go through the pain of heartbreak, for instance, and when you are actually going through the pain of heartbreak, or you know you're going to go through the pain of heartbreak, but you know, having lived on earth, that is a pain that you will not be able to bear. As a soul, what you can do is you can convert or channel or shift the pain into another kind of suffering. For example, a career fall, or a death of your loved one, or a great withdrawal in luck, for instance. So that's the reason why pain can never be measured. A lot of human beings go around comparing pain. They'll be like, if person A comes to them and say, hey, I'm really struggling, they'll be like, oh, there are people elsewhere who are suffering more than you. So that is something that we should avoid doing to people, because pain is pain. You can never put a measurement to the level of pain and suffering an individual goes through at that point of time. So, for instance, this person may be suffering from such great pain, and that pain is actually comparable to losing a loved one, for instance. But if you were to look at their circumstances, it doesn't look like the person is suffering from that pain. But the truth is, they are. And that is often when they are shifting the pain from something else. So, in the Indian culture, they have this system of astrology where it is said that with will you can actually win over your fate, and your fate is something that you had pre-written before incarnating here. So if you have an understanding of the amount of pain and suffering and joys and everything that you're going to witness and experience in this lifetime, you can start reorganizing it according to your present will. And this is something that can be achieved through self-awareness, meditation, and your will not to experience that pain. So an analogy would be, for instance, you have planned out this course of life experiences, and just compare it to a stream. So when a water stream is flowing, it flows in one direction. But if a big rock is thrown into that stream, what happens is the water starts shifting direction. So the rock is your will. The rock is what you intend to build to change the course of your own destiny. And because we are born in this free will universe, at any time you can convert or channel or transfer your pain into some other kind of suffering. And if you truly desire, you can even eliminate that suffering. So this is quite an intense topic of discussion, and it has to be applied correctly in order to actually experience the shift in your predestination, in your predestiny, your will, and your present and your future. So I will stop here. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll get back to it. Thank you, and thanks for listening.